those walking out to do so quietly. Thank you, Honorable Speaker.
On Majority Leader.
Honorable Speaker, I was congratulating you for having interpreted these standing orders and appreciating that you are not a member and you are not the Speaker in this House when we enacted these standing orders in the last revision in the last Parliament. But Honorable Speaker, as you've said, Standing Order 20A4 is quite clear that a decision of parliamentary party replacing its whip or deputy whip shall be communicated to the Speaker in writing. And indeed, Honorable Speaker, that is the right interpretation. Honorable Speaker, I just want to draw reference or equate this to a football match. When you substitute or you replace a player, you do not remove and do not put in another player to play. And therefore, that was a gist of this Standing Order 20A4, that you shall not remove without replacement, but you shall replace, as is akin in football matches where you substitute a player. Therefore, either the minority or the majority, if the majority wants to replace their leader of majority or their deputy whip or their whip, we replace, we do not remove. And Honorable Speaker, is also true that power abhors vacuums. And what we are being asked to do is to remove and leave a vacuum, Honorable Speaker. And I really want to ask our colleagues, Honorable Speaker, to be patient and exercise patience. You have already said, Honorable Speaker, that nothing stops them, even tomorrow, from writing to you and express their desire to replace any member, be it in a committee or in their leadership. Therefore, Honorable Speaker, I just want to implore our colleagues to exercise patience, to also conduct the affairs of this House with less emotions, Honorable Speaker. Only yesterday, Honorable Speaker, when the Honorable Leader of Minority raised that issue on the floor. I remember, Honorable Speaker, when you tried to stop him in his tracks because he was doing it at the wrong time, the Leader of Minority became very emotional. The Honorable Atandi uttered some unpalatable words, just like I've heard the Honorable Rosa Buyu utter today, like the Honorable Babu Owino was trying to do. Honorable Speaker, we need to conduct this House with some decorum, Honorable Speaker, including when you want to raise a point of order, you do not shout from your seat. You invite the Speaker's attention, Honorable Speaker. And for instance, Honorable Speaker, when I invited your attention, is on a matter also touching on the decorum here in the House, that when you recognize students who ought to be emulating us as leaders and as their role models, we have a tradition and a culture in this House. When you want to cheer, you foot thump, Honorable Speaker, but not bang tables, Honorable Speaker. And that is a matter I had wanted to raise about the Honorable Babu Owino. Honorable Speaker, I just want to implore on our colleagues in the minority, please, as the Honorable Speaker has ruled in his communication, put your House in order. We do pray, Honorable Speaker, as much as we are also hurt, because, Honorable Speaker, you know, I was a ranking member in the Jubilee Party, and I found a member of Jubilee. And therefore, I still have a bit of feelings for my friends in Jubilee.
It's called nostalgia.
Some nostalgia, Honorable Speaker, honestly. I am very nostalgic about Jubilee, because we had great plans for this country under Jubilee, Honorable Speaker. And therefore, I had hoped also, Honorable Speaker, that you would, in your ruling, communicate that you recognize Jubilee Party as a distinct parliamentary political party, which they qualify under Standing Order 20A1, Honorable Speaker, because they have already achieved that threshold. But as hurt as I am, as nostalgic as I am about Jubilee, my former party, Honorable Speaker, I want to agree with you that we also give Jubilee, our old party, time to resolve their leadership issues.
I've also given them 30 days.
The 30 days, and ask our colleagues in ODM, just be as gracious as we have been, be as gracious as the party leader in Jubilee, Honorable Sabina Chege, has been to wait for that 30 days period to resolve the issues in Jubilee. I pray and hope that even within the Azimio coalition, you will be able to resolve the issues that are within your coalition, so that we engage here as leaders who can engage on the basis of the policies that we espouse for those of us who are in government, and you in the opposition or in the minority on the basis of the alternative policies that you espouse, that you will sell to the people of Kenya as a better alternative. And that we can only do when we engage in this house. And engage, again, Honorable Speaker, I say, without being too emotional, without being insultive even to the person of the Speaker, Honorable Speaker. And Honorable Speaker, I do want to give notice that I will be moving a motion when we resume to name the Honorable member for Atandi, Samuel Atandi, over what happened yesterday, Honorable Speaker. Because, Honorable Speaker, just as I was raising the issue of Babu Owino, we ought to be a house where we conduct business with decorum. And on occasion, Honorable Speaker, myself and Honorable Pukose will point to issues where we are going out of order, Honorable Speaker. And I must thank even the Honorable Otiende Amolo. I've seen him being very keen when he sees the Honorable Didmas Barasa not dressed properly. He raises those issues because that is how we protect the dignity of this house. But when we start shouting at the Speaker, when we start calling the Speaker unpalatable names from where we are sitting, simply because we are on Hansard, we are not on Hansard, when the Honorable Babu Owino starts shouting there that he is not my girlfriend, and honestly, Honorable Speaker, I cannot be admiring a man under any circumstances. And even if I was to admire anybody, not the likes of Babu Owino. There are enough women in this country to admire. I cannot be in the business of admiring men. Therefore, Honorable Speaker, I want to urge all our colleagues, let us, I take this ruling, Honorable Speaker, with some heart, Honorable Speaker, but I do agree with you. You have no business as a Speaker of the House in micromanaging any political party, be it Jubilee, be it Azimio, be it UDA, where I belong to, or even your former party, Ford Kenya. The moment you resigned as a party leader of Ford Kenya, the members of Ford Kenya who sit in the Kenya Kwanza coalition, you cannot, as Speaker, now micromanage those speakers. And I want to agree, Honorable Speaker, that it is within your rights to allow our colleagues within the minority to put their house in order. And I want to wish them all the best as we go on recess, that they will be able to put their house in order and come and give up formidable opposition here and even outside, but not in the streets, here and outside in other engagements. Thank you, Honorable Speaker.